People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. A tele-reminder from Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat Malulenyo.
Is always at your service. Kaya naman, ang feedback mo, suggestions nyo ay mahalaga sa amin to improve our programs on air and online. Para alam ni teacher yung strengths as well as the things in your mind na mas makatutulong sa mas effective na pagkatuto sa teleradyo. Please take time to send your feedbacks via Teleradyo Mu, which you can access by scanning the QR code on the right or typing the URL provided here, bit.ly/3ORVAY9. One more, this time you follow. bit.ly/3ORVAY9. Kaya send your hashtag TBH o hashtag RT dito sa Teleradyo Mu, kung saan ang feedback mo, suggestions nyo, ay mahalaga sa teleradyo.
Makinig, manood na sa teleradyo. Makinig, manood na sa teleradyo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Sa gitna ng mapanubok na panahon, magkahatid sa kakibat ay diskusyon. Sama-sama tayo, kahit magkalayo. Sa programang ito, tiyak ang pagkatuto. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo.
Oops! 10 o'clock na! Teleradyo na!
Uy! 10 a.m. na! Tara! Mag-teleradyo na tayo!
Oops, 10 o'clock na. Teleradyo na.
10 o'clock na! Teleradyo na!
Oops! 10 o'clock na. Teleradyo na.
Pilarians, handa na ba kayo?
Morning to all our viewers and listeners. I am Maria Maclau, your broadcast teacher in this hour in Technology and Livelihood Education subject, Grade 8. And your exploratory course for this quarter is Technical Drafting. Stay tuned as we're about to start our livelihood discussion on our official school social media-based instructions on Teleradyo Marcelo and Telearalan bawat Malulenyo. To be updated with the latest lessons, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to be updated with the latest videos. Module 3, Inspect handles, drawing instrument, equipment, and paraphernalia received in technical drafting. Let me present to you our lesson objectives. After going through this module, you are expected to 1. Follow the standard procedure in accomplishing forms. 2. Check the list of hand tools, drawing instruments, equipment, and paraphernalia to be requested per job requirement. 3. Evaluate the condition of all the requested hand tools, drawing instrument, equipment, and paraphernalia for proper operation and safety. Before we start with our lesson proper, let us do an activity. Delpilarians, this is an easy one. On your screen, I will flash some jumbled letters. Try to identify any one of them, type your answer in the comment box. Are you ready? Okay. Inventory form is the answer. Next one. Borrower slip. The answer is purchase order. Is juxtaposition form. Last, it's delivery receipt. Very good, Delta Lawrence. Thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome to TLE Grade 8 lesson on technical drafting.
Welcome to Grade 8 lesson on technical drafting.
For those who just tune in, kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat Malulenyo. And welcome to your fourth quarter module 3 in drafting. Drafting is the act and discipline of composing drawings that visually communicate how something functions or is constructed. Similar with drawing, sketch, it has several things to be used. Drafting tools, materials, and equipment are the best friends of the architects. Different types of forms. Accurate entry in different forms used in drafting words is essential in order to make an accurate and complete request, purchase, inspection, and control of the number, quantity, specification, and cost of drawing materials, tools, and instruments needed in a specific job requirement. Purchase requisition. A document generated by user department or store personnel to notify the purchasing department items it needs to order, their quantity, and the time frame. It may also contain the authorization to proceed with the purchase procedures. This is called purchase request or requisition. The request form also contains standard material names, detailed information, check number needed, and for other purchase requests. It may be necessary to give particular description, blueprints, catalog numbers, weight standard, brand names, exact quantity to order, and suggested price. One copy remains with the originating employee, and the original is sent to the purchasing department for execution of the request. Requisition slip purpose: to pick items from stocks, to relieve the inventory records in the number of items picked, and to change the targeted job for the cost of the item requisition. Next is delivery receipt form. Delivery receipt shows proof or receipt of goods or services. The receiver acknowledges receiving a consignment of goods from supplier. The buyer signs it before it is returned to the seller. This officially takes care of uncertainties on the part of the supplier to know the safe and timely arrival of goods with their designated destination. Delivery receipt form purpose: to provide guidelines governing receipt of goods purchased, to note all details of customers' purchase, including products and services, unit price, subtotals, taxes, and totals. Then, to provide information to customers, documented purchase, and assisting with the internal accounting. Job order or work order form are written instructions to perform or work according to specified requirements within a specified time frame and cost estimated. Job order or work form purpose: to offer an explanation of the problem, repair, or installation, to schedule resources and tools needed for maintenance, to provide technician with detailed instruction to the work to be performed, to document the labor, materials, and resources used to complete the work, and to track all maintenance and repair works that has been performed on each asset. Borrower's form: a form used to request for tools and equipment needed for a particular job. It indicates the department that the borrower is connected, the date, the job that is to be done, who is the person to approve the request, when it was returned, and it was in good condition. Borrower's form purpose: to request for tools and equipment needed for a particular job. A form used to be approved on a particular tools, materials requested, and a form used to check a set of returned tools, materials, and with its prior condition.
Mabuhay Del Pilarians! Kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulenyo.
Kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulenyo.
Kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulenyo.
Ngayon ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulenyo.
Hi, Delpilarians! Kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulenyo.
Kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malilengke.
Kayo'y nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulengke.
Kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulengke.
Kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulenyo.
Hi guys, this is Alison McBride. Hello sa mga viewers and watchers. Stay tuned tayo sa Teleradyo na to dahil madami tayong matututunan na information. Safe everyone, happy learning!
Kayo ay nakikinig sa Teleradyo Marcelo, ang telearalan ng bawat malulengke.
Okay, let's continue our discussion. How to procedure in accomplishing the form. First, write your name as requester. 2. Indicate the date of request. 3. Fill in the classification of your project and its purpose. 4. Write the numbers of the required materials. 5. State the condition of the materials. And 6. Secure the approval of the authorities concerned. Here's the sample. Here is the procedure in receiving and storing tools and materials. First, the receiving department has the function to unload and unpack incoming materials, check quantities, receive against the shipper packing list, identify goods received and description on the purchase order, prepare a receiving report, then notify the purchasing department of description, discovered, arrange for inspection when necessary. So notify the purchasing department of any damage in transit and route accepted materials to the appropriate manufacturer's location. The form also provides a space for the inspection department to note either the complete approval of the shipment or the quantity rejected and the reason for the rejection. An inspection does not take the place immediately after receipt of the materials, so the receiving report is distributed as follows. Receiving department keeps one copy and send another copy to the purchasing department. As notice of the arrival of the materials, all other copies go to the inspection department and are distributed when inspection is completed. After inspection, one copy of the receiving report with the inspection result is sent to the accounting department, where it is matched with the purchase order and the vendor's invoice and the paid. Other copies go to the various departments such as materials and production, planning. One copy accompanies the materials so that the storekeeper knows the quantity and the kind of materials received. Inventory is an idle stock of physical goods that contain economic value and are held in various forms. By an organization, it is custody awaiting packing, processing, transformation, use, or sale in a future point of time. Inventory form. The inventory form contains information about item, name, number, sales and purchases information, and cost of goods, sold account information that any business purchased for sale tracks in inventory and display on balance sheet. Inspection is the process of examining and testing of the procured supplies, materials, equipment, and services including raw materials and components to determine their conformity with the contract requirements, including all applicable drawings, specification, and purchase descriptions. Inspection objectives and purpose. 1. To distinguish good products to bad products. 2. Determine if the process is changing. 3. To determine if the process is approaching the specification limit. 4. To rate quality of product. 5. To rate accuracy of inspector. 6. To measure the precision of measuring instrument. 7. To secure product design information. And 8. To measure process capability. Here are techniques for inspection. Inspection by item. Individual items checked in conformity with the requirements stated in the specifications. The method of inspection is applicable but not limited to deliveries of equipment and fixed assets. Inspection by sampling. Sampling is a process of obtaining information about a group of data of having similar purpose or function, usually 10% of the total or lot delivery. Procedure in preparing an inspection report to the property custodian. 1. Upon receipt of the request for inspection, see to it that all required documents are attached like the original copies of the perfected purchase order or contract, delivery receipt, sales invoice, and other. Check the documents submitted as to completeness and authenticity prior to inspection. Take note of any cases of alterations, erasures, or other notifications in the perfected purchase order or contract. Take note of the receipt of the property or supply unit, the place and date of delivery. If there is a required sample mentioned in perfected PO contract, ask for the approved sample for purpose of comparison or verification. 6. After all the documents has been evaluated, proceed to the delivery site specified in the perfected PO contract and conduct inspection and testing procedure if necessary. 7. Conduct physical inspection of the items delivered, count the items delivered, and check with the required quantity. 8. Determine whether it is a brand new, reconditioned, or rebuilt. And 9. Take note for the obvious damage or defect in the equipment. 10. Prepare the inspection report immediately after inspection for the submission to the supply officer. Okay, let's have a recap of what we have discussed. What are the different types of forms? One is the purchase requisition, delivery receipt form, job order or work order form, borrower's form, inventory form, and the procedure in receiving and storing tools and materials. So first is the receiving department. After the receiving department, go to the purchasing department. Then the inspection department. After the inspection department, go to the accounting department, and last is the storekeeper. And that's the end of our discussion for Module 3. For your assignment, prepare to digital or hard copy Module number 3 and answer our activity 3 and 4. This has been Manfe Hukang, your teacher broadcaster for TLE Grade 8. But before we end our class, you can always tune in every Wednesday in Teleradyo Marcelo ang Tele-Aral ng Bawat Maluleño from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. See you again next time. God bless, stay safe, and thank you, Health Alliance.
Nakits ulit sa susunod na Miyerkules para sa isa na namang masaya at makabuluhang diskusyon.
Kita-kits ulit sa susunod na Miyerkules para sa isa na namang masaya at makabuluhang diskusyon.
Kita-kits ulit sa susunod na Miyerkules para sa isa na namang makabuluhan at masayang diskusyon dito lang sa Teleradyo Marcelo.
Kita-kits ulit next week sa Teleradyo Marcelo. Radyo is always at your service. Kaya naman, ang feedback mo, suggestions nyo ay mahalaga sa amin to improve our programs on air and online. Para alam ni teacher yung strengths as well as the things in your mind na mas makatutulong sa mas effective na pagkatuto sa Teleradyo. Please take time to send your feedbacks via Teleradyo Mu, which you can access by scanning the QR code on the right or typing the URL provided here, bit.ly/3ORVAY9. One more, this time you follow. bit.ly/3ORVAY9. Kaya send your hashtag TBH o hashtag RT dito sa Teleradyo Mu kung saan ang feedback mo, suggestions nyo ay mahalaga sa Teleradyo.
Makinig, manood na sa Teleradyo. Makinig, manood na sa Teleradyo. Teleradyo, Teleradyo Marcelo. Sa gitna ng mapanubok na panahon, magkahatid sa kaakibat ay diskusyon. Sama-sama tayo kahit